Oh, hey there. I'm Caroline. I'm almost ready for my family's annual cross-country road trip. I'm pretty sure I've got all the supplies ready. Let me check my checklist. Let's see. 2 weeks worth of socks, check. Toothpaste and toothbrush, check. Hypoallergenic pillow, never leave home without it. Headphones, yep. And snacks, oh yeah. I definitely remembered snacks. Pop quiz, which snacks are better for long road trips? Chocolate-covered raisins or chocolate-covered peanuts? Wrong, it was a trick question. Chocolate melts in hot cars, so neither is good for a road trip. So I've got a bag full of sunflower seeds, dried fruit, sports drinks, granola bars are in there, and other non-perishable items to last us from point A to point B. I am so ready. I've got everything I need. All that's left to do is gather up the family, get in the car, and it's Oregon or bust. We depart in approximately 4 hours, 22 minutes, and 16 seconds, and 27 days. So this is going to take some patience. Patience is waiting until later for what you want now. "27 days is a long time to wait for something." Oh, I know! I can set a countdown timer! I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. This will make the time go by super fast! Oh, how about that? They made it tick like a real clock. How cool! How much time has gone by so far? Like 11 seconds? Okay, this isn't working. I've got to think of something else. In today's story, you'll hear about a woman who waited a long time for something she wanted. And you'll learn what she did to help her have patience. I'm gonna need a snack.
The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one about God's love for us. And now for an amazing story inspired by the book of 1 Samuel. Chapter 1.
In the rolling hills of Ephraim lived a woman named Hannah and her husband Elkanah. Now, when they moved into their first home, the nursery was the first room that Hannah set up. Swaddling clothes go in this basket, cradle right here, rock-a-bye baby in the treetop. Wait, who would put a baby in a tree? But years passed and more years and no baby came. I don't understand. Each year, Hannah traveled with her husband, Elkanah, and others from their town to Shiloh to visit God's house, to worship him, and together they ate a celebratory meal to honor God. Well, the others ate the meal. Hannah just kind of stared at her plate. I don't feel very good. Another woman, Peninnah, laughed at her. There must be something wrong with you. I mean, no kids? Just look at my sweet angel. Charlie bit my finger.
Well, she put ants in my lentils.
Silence in your mouths. Clearly, you must have messed something up.
I can't think what?
God's probably forgotten all about you.
No, that can't be true.
Elkanah stepped in. Peninnah, leave her alone. But Hannah had already rushed out of the tent, and Elkanah found her fighting back tears.
Why are you crying? Why won't you eat? Don't I mean more to you than 10 sons? It's been so long. I've been asking God for so long.
Too upset to even hear Elkanah's kind words, Hannah stumbled back towards God's house. She made her way inside, past the priest sitting at the door, Eli. Kneeling down, she wept and whispered her desperate prayer.
Lord, you rule over everything. Please, see how much I'm hurting and help me. Don't forget about me. Please give me a son.
Hannah paused and took a deep breath.
If you give me a child, I'll give him back to you and he'll serve you his whole life.
Eli watched from the door with a frown. He could see Hannah's lips moving, but he couldn't hear a word she said. She's loopy. There's something wrong with her. Standing, the priest stalked over to Hannah. Get up! Get up! This is no place for nonsense.
No, please listen to me, sir. I'm deeply troubled and I'm telling God about it.
Hannah struggled to her feet to face Eli.
Don't think badly of me. I've come here to pray since I'm so sad right now.
Eli saw that Hannah was truly distressed and that she had been pouring her heart out to God.
Go in peace. May God give you what you have asked for. Thank you. Thank you. May you be pleased with me.
Leaving the tent, Hannah wiped her eyes and returned to the place where they were eating. Hannah, I think I'll finish my dinner now. You seem different. Hannah nodded. A deep peace had filled her. She knew whatever happened, God had heard her. He was in control. The next day, after worship, Hannah and Elkanah traveled home. The seasons turned, rains came, the harvest passed, and before it was time for Hannah and Elkanah to return to God's house again, God had given them a tiny baby boy. Rock-a-bye baby, no treetop for you.
What should we name him?
I asked the Lord for this baby, and he listened. So we'll call him Samuel. God has heard. Hannah and Elkanah loved their little boy, and he grew strong. But Hannah never forgot the promise she'd made to God.
If you give me a child, I'll give him back to you and he'll serve you his whole life.
So one year, when Hannah and Elkanah returned to God's house, Hannah searched for the priest Eli. Pardon me, sir. I'm the woman who stood here beside you praying to the Lord. Eli studied her carefully. I remember. I prayed for this child, and the Lord has given me what I asked. So now, I'm giving him to the Lord. Eli nodded and knelt down to the boy.
Hi, I'm Eli.
The boy stared back and smiled.
I'm Samuel.
Eli glanced back up at Hannah. He knew it wasn't easy for her to leave her son.
God has done an amazing thing.
Yes, he has. He's filled my heart with joy and made me strong. He saved me.
May the Lord give you even more children.
Samuel continued to grow and he served God faithfully. Hannah visited him every year, and God gave Elkanah and Hannah 5 more sons and daughters, and every single one was worth the wait.
Much better. Have you ever had to wait a long time for something to happen? Maybe it's something you're really looking forward to, like Christmas or a birthday or the last day of school. Doesn't it seem like it's going to take forever for those days to come? Or maybe you're like Hannah and what you're waiting for is really important. Maybe your family is waiting for your mom or dad to find a job, or maybe someone you care about is sick and you're waiting for them to get better. What can you do to help when it seems like you just can't wait anymore? Well, one thing you could try is talking to God about it. God loves you and wants to hear from you on a regular basis, so it makes sense to talk to Him about whatever's on your mind. especially the things that are worrying you or whatever's making you feel impatient. Now, here's the thing about talking to God. He doesn't always answer your prayers the way you expect or as quickly as you'd like, which can mean even more waiting. But when you talk to God, it helps bring you closer to Him and it helps you trust Him more. So even when you're having to wait, you can believe that God's got everything under control. So here's the one thing to remember today. When you think you can't wait, talk to God about it. It may not make time go by faster, but it can help you be more patient during the wait. God, help me be more patient while I wait for my road trip. Also, help me be more patient with clocks. Amen. Oh, countdown's over.